Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to be looking at the Tech Ultimate Gohan. Now this guy is a very good unit. I'm sure a lot of you know that this is probably one of the best aging units in Dokkan, and I mean this guy's guard made Dokkan scared of giving units guaranteed guard, and just the impact this unit has had has just been very massive, and I see a lot of top 10 TUR lists, and this guy is still on there. Like, he is better than a lot of current TURs. I mean, it's kind of funny because we just did a showcase yesterday on Physical Raditz, probably one of the worst aging TURs, and I mean, compare Raditz to this guy, and it's night and day, like, who's better, and it just, the utility of this guy is insane, especially considering his age. So yeah, we're going to be showcasing him today. He is under a full 200% leader skill because the Carnival LR does give it to the Gohan. Now, this isn't necessarily the greatest team for him. We are linking him up with the STR Ultimate Gohan, who is a good linking partner with him, but it's nothing too crazy, and we do only have 2 support units on the team, just because the powerful comeback category is a little more limited. But before we get into his kit, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to the Legendary Vegeta event showcase or the difficult event test, absolutely feel free to do that. And I mean, without further ado, let's get into this guy's kit. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Saviors or Hybrid Saiyans, category Ki plus 3, HP plus 130%, and then attack and defense plus 170%. Now, Saviors and Hybrid Saiyans in his leader skill is really good, but the fact that the HP is only 130% kind of makes this, like, you can't run this. This is bad. You can't run this as a lead, because we do need at least a 170% leader skill now, and unfortunately for HP, it's only 130. However, with this guy's super attack effect, it does not disappoint. This is probably one of the best super attack effects in the game. He gets 50% attack and defense infinitely, and then causes immense damage to enemy. I mean, I know he doesn't really do anything else other than stacking attack and defense, but the fact that it is a 50% attack and defense buff, just infinitely, is really good. So that makes it to where if you start double supering on your rotations with him, you are going to stack up very quickly. So, I mean, speaking of that, I do actually think you should go full additionals with this guy. Right here, he's built from a spread of additionals and crits, but I think additionals is probably the way to go. And then for this guy's passive skill, it's very short, but still really good. It's attack and defense plus 140%, Ki plus 1 at the start of each turn up to 3, guards all attacks, and then he gets an additional attack plus 40% within the same turn when guard is activated. So the guard is another crucial thing about this guy. I would say the 2 things that really stand out about him are his guard and his greatly stacking attack and defense. And the fact that the guard is completely unconditional, that really is a big thing for him. And that's the thing I was talking about with where Dokkan got really scared of giving units guaranteed guard, specifically because of this guy. So, I mean, yeah, but other than that, he's got a lot of Ki. You know, he builds up to 3. He gets a good attack and defense buff at the start of turn, and you get some extra attack if you put him in slot 1 and he receives an attack before he supers. So overall, pretty good passive, but the guard and the stacking are what really stand out to me. And then for this guy's active skill, the condition is that it can be activated starting from the 5th turn from start of battle, so extremely easy to get. And then obviously the effect is that he transforms. And this guy's links are Brainiacs, All in the Family, the Sand Lineage, Cold Judgment, Revival, Power Bestowed by God, and Fierce Battle. So with Cold Judgment and All in the Family in his link set, and Brainiacs actually, you're going to be getting a ton of defense from links. So you do really want to make sure you link them up with the right people. But getting into this guy's transform state, his super attack effect is that he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and then has a medium chance of stunning. So unfortunately, he does lose defense on his super attack effect when he transforms, but you'd have to keep in mind that all of the stacks from his base form do carry over into this. And if you're really worried about him not really being tanky when he transforms, you do also have to keep in mind that he does keep his guard, and you could just not transform with him, right? I mean, because it doesn't really matter. Defensively, I do think he's going to be better if he's not transformed. But in terms of offense, this guy's going to be doing a lot more damage. So to get more into that, he gets 3 Ki and attack and defense plus 158%. He guards all attacks, and then he gets an additional attack plus 58% for the rest of battle when guard is activated. So this does not reset every turn like the I think it was 58% attack in his pre-transform state. This, you just receive 1 attack, and then bam, you got 58% attack for the rest of the battle. And then he gets attacks effective against all types when facing only 1 enemy whose HP is 58% or more, or when there's a Majin Buu Saga category enemy. So that's kind of what I was talking about with this guy being more better offensively. But, I mean, Still, a really good kit overall. The guard is going to make it to where even when he transforms, he's still going to be good defensively. But, of course, you know, with the stacking of the previous transformation, he's just going to be a little bit better. So he gains in Fighter, Sand Warrior Race, and Shocking Speed when he transforms. All are still pretty good links. In Fighter is probably the worst here. But, I mean, of course he shares it with the LR Beast Gohan, and even Kid Goku, Yamcha, the Pan has that. So this isn't really a bad link. It's just compared to the others, it's a little more difficult to get activated. But I mean, yeah, with all that said, let's go ahead and cut to when we are in the Legendary Vegeta event. Alright, so we are here in the Legendary Vegeta event, and right here, we pretty much have all of the main links active. We're going to have Brainiacs, All in the Family, the Sand Lineage, Cold Judgment, and Fierce Battle. We are missing Revival and Power Bestowed by God, but Revival, you only get when you're under a certain HP threshold, and Power Bestowed by God, I think is just a little bit of attack. So, I mean, in terms of defense, right here, we're pretty much as good as we could look outside of support. So, yeah, we're at 217 start of turn defense, which is pretty good considering, of course, he has the guard, and we are also stacking, so we get that 50% defense on super. And if we get 2 supers, so if we get an additional, I think we would get up to like, what, 400k defense, which is pretty good considering he has guard, and this is just his first turn. But we hit a 2.5 million attack stat. Now, it's not really good at all, but keep in mind we could have gotten an additional 40% attack if we put him in slot 1. But I did want him to have All in the Family, so I put him in slot 2. But just keep in mind, offensively, we could have looked a little bit better right there. And even regardless of his attack stat being kind of low, he stacks, so he gets higher and higher as the fight goes. So, I mean, he should be looking pretty crazy towards the end of fights. However, I don't really think this guy's offense is going to stand out. I think his defense is the thing that is really going to make you want to bring him in the event you're bringing him in. Because, of course, the guard and the stacking ultimately lead to his defense being really good. And that's really the main reason you're running him. But yeah, I mean, it does suck that this is really the only 200% leader skill this guy has right now. I think, actually, is he on... He's not on the Beast Gohan's 200% leader skill, is he? I think the Beast Gohan is like, what is it? I know he leads Hybrid Saiyans, but I don't know what the extra 30% is. But anyway, right here, we're going to have a little bit of a weaker rotation because we're going to be missing things like All in the Family and the Sand Lineage. However, we still got Brainiacs and Cold Judgment, which are both a lot of defense. And right here, we jump up to 276k defense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw him in slot 1 so we can actually get that extra 40% attack. And you can see that his attack stat is going to jump up a little. So let's see what he hits right here. A 3.72 million attack stat. Okay, so still not really good at all. I'm going to be honest with you. That is not really much damage whatsoever. But, I mean, still, he's stacking. And that was a pretty big jump up from the last rotation. So, okay, so actually I'm looking now at Beast Gohan's leader skill. He does actually fit on Beast Gohan's team. So I probably should have brought him on there. That would have made a lot more sense. But it is what it is because this is still a pretty good team for him. Yeah, I'm gonna float the Bardock off because the Bardock is actually an attack support. So I want to get the Bardock on the same rotation as the Gohan. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably showcase him until he transforms, and then we'll look at him for like a rotation or two. And then I'm gonna cut to a completely separate run where I bring him in the Legendary Vegeta event or something, but I don't transform with him, just so we could see how high his stats get to when you just continuously stack with him, because obviously he does stack for a lot of attack and defense, and I do want to showcase the potential of that. But anyway, 525k defense. We've got a little bit more support with the STR Ultimate Gohan, so it does make sense we would jump up this much. But yeah, keep in mind we get 50% attack and defense on super attack effect. So right here we're gonna be over 700k defense with guard, and we're on turn 5. We're on turn 5, and we're gonna be over 700k defense with guard. Yeah, that's pretty good. But we are gonna transform with him, so unfortunately we do lose getting the defense on our super attack effect. But still, we can see this animation. I do think that is probably one of the longer active skill animations, so pretty interesting there. But anyway, right here, we are going to have 6 out of 7 links, but I really want to put him in slot 1 so we can get the 58% attack. How much defense do we get when we put him in? Yeah, we jump up to 500k. All right, well, I'm still just going to keep him in slot 1 because I want to see how good his attack stat can look right here. But keep in mind, if we would have been in slot 2, we would have been at 500k defense with guard, which is still insane. That is still very, very good. So let's see what our attack stat's looking at. Wow, okay, a 6.2 million attack stat. That's pretty good. We are super effective against all types right here as well. So yeah, 3.9 million damage. I mean, that's really good considering defensively, we're looking amazing right here. And we did do a lot of damage. Now, the one thing about this guy that for sure isn't really that good is that he does not have any built-in additionals or crits. So it really does matter what you give him in the hidden potential system, which I know I already talked about this, but again, going full additionals is probably the way to go because he still benefits from the additionals even when he's transformed. Then if you get one super and then you get the additional, obviously that second super will have that extra 50% attack applied to it because of his super attack effect. So I do really think that going full additionals is just, it's really going to make it to where you can really utilize everything going on in his kit. So what we'll do right here is we will go ahead and showcase this rotation. But we're going to nuke with him right here, actually. So we're at 338k defense, so a little bit of a drop-off. Keep in mind, though, we are missing Cold Judgment and Sand Warrior Race, which I know Cold Judgment is like 20 or 25% defense, so for sure, it's a pretty big deal. But we're actually going to nuke with him right here because why not? Wow, okay. We actually got kind of lucky right there. All right, 19 Key Spheres. Okay, cool. I wasn't expecting to get that lucky. So we'll pop that, and then we'll pop the World Tournament item, or the World Tournament Announcer item. So, I mean, we're going to hit a crazy number right here. I already kind of know that, but it is still, it's fun just to see how high of an attack stat we can get him to. So we are at a 16 million attack stat. 16.5 million attack stat to be specific. I mean, of course, this is really good because it's super effective against all types. Yeah, 9.8 million damage. And we got the additional. And it jumped up to 17 million. So, I mean, of course, that's really good, but it is an artificially buffed rotation, so it doesn't really count towards his performance. Wow, 13.1 million. But, yeah, let's go ahead and cut to when we are in another run where we've stacked up a lot with the pre-transformed version, so we can see what his potential is there. Okay, so we are here in the Legendary Vegeta event, and right here we're on turn 12, so this isn't completely unrealistic. You do get to turn 12 in some more, like, longer events. So this for sure isn't a completely unrealistic rotation, but yeah, right here we're gonna have 6 out of 7 links active, so we're looking pretty good in terms of links, and we're at 1.1 million defense. I mean, what can I say? That is really good because we get 500k defense on super attack effect, and I didn't even mention he has guard. So yeah, he's good. I think he's pretty good. Unfortunately, we do have to put him in slot 1, though, because I want to see him get the extra attack buff. So we are going to miss out on Brainiacs and Cold Judgment, which drops us... Okay, that drops us to 876k defense, which is still pretty good, but just keep in mind, if we had those extra links, we would be at 1.1 million defense, which... That's just crazy. I mean, this Gohan is still really good. I mean, of course, he's really broken because, you know, the guard and the stacking, but, like... I really wish they did that with units now. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is a really fun unit. And we're at a 6.43 million attack stat, which, again, not really the craziest offensive number right there. But I guess you do have to consider his defense is, like, insane. So it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, we'll probably just cut to the Cell Max event. I got to think of where I'm going to bring him. I was thinking about bringing him versus the AGL Broly, or the Broly Red Zone test. But I don't really know if I want to do that because I'll probably end up running the Hybrid Saiyan Gohan team and or the Beast Gohan's Hybrid Saiyans team, and he'll probably just clear through that event like way too fast. So I kind of want to do an event where it's like a little more paced out, so this Gohan can really stack more. So I'm gonna think about it for a minute, and then yeah, let's go ahead and cut to whatever difficult event we're in. Okay, so we are here in the Red Zone Broly stage. Now, I did decide to do this one because it makes the most sense because, of course, he has type advantage in this final phase, and it's not really that long. Like, as you can see, we're only on turn 7, but it's still pretty good, and this will still work. Of course, I had to kind of hold back a little with the team. I brought a couple support units, and I brought, like, Tech God Goku, the AGL Gohan, and then the AGL GT Trunks and Goten, who aren't really, like, good offensive units to try and drag the event on just a little longer, but we only got to turn 7, but it is what it is. It's still okay. Right here, we're at 748k defense, so we have gotten a couple stacks in, and hopefully we could receive a super attack right here because I am kind of curious how well he would be able to tank it. Of course, he has type advantage, he has guard, and we have managed to get a lot of stacks in. All right, yeah, we are getting supered first thing, so how much are we taking from this? I mean, of course, I'm expecting like around 100k right here, maybe even double digits. Okay, 55k, so pretty much right in the middle. That's pretty good. 55k considering it's only turn 7 is pretty good. Because of course, if we gotten a lot more stacks in, he would have tanked that a lot better. I think if he super attacked us after we super attack, we probably would have been at double digits. Just because we would have had that extra 50% defense, which I think would have put us at like a million defense. So, I mean, yeah, overall for sure, really good. I think we're probably dead right here. If we don't have the guard up, then yeah, we're dead. So wait, are we dead right here? Oh, 245k. All right, so he did have the guard up. But I mean, yeah, I think we'll cut it at that. I mean, pretty good showcase. This Gohan is amazing. Obviously, he's one of the best aging units. And I mean, a lot of you probably do have him because he has been featured a lot. So, I mean, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this Gohan down in the comments. Let me know if you think he really was a mistake or if you really just enjoy this unit. Me personally, he's probably one of the most fun units in the game. So, yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.